Next one is steps present in the classification. There are 7 steps present in classification of each and every organism. So first unit is kingdom, second one is phylum, third one is class, fourth one is order, fifth one is family, sixth one is genus, and seventh one is species. So this 7 steps are present in the classification. These are all the important steps present in classification. So apart from the 7 steps, species is the basic unit of classification. What is species is the basic unit of classification. What a species means? A group of similar organism, they can reproduce by themselves. Okay, if you are taking human being means human beings are reproduce among themselves only. Okay, this type of organism we called it as species. They can't reproduce with some other organism. Okay, so two or three species together forms one genus. Two or more species forms one genus. Here the genus, two or more genus forms one family. Two or more genus forms one family. If you are taking that family, in this family, that mammalian character organism, that means cheetah, tiger, and then cat. These are all the same family. And this type of two or three families forms one order. And then two or more order forms a class. And then two or more classes forms a phylum. And then two or more phylums forms a kingdom. Okay, on this earth mainly two kingdoms are present. Two kingdom are present. One is plant kingdom and other one is animal kingdom. So these are all the 7 important steps present in the classification, and species is the basic unit of classification. All the organisms present on this earth are classified based on certain categories. That means that level and that symmetry and then layers, and based upon their coelom they are classified into different groups. Okay, so these are called as basis of classification. So based on these 5 main character, all the organisms are grouped into different types of categories. First, if you are taking that level of organization, first basis is level of organization. In this level of organization, they used to take a cell, basis of cell, based on tissue, based on organ, and then based on organ system. All the organisms present on this earth are divided into two categories, that is unicell and then multicell. Okay, based on cell, tissue, organ, and organ system, all the organisms present on the earth is classified into two main group, unicell and multicell. And the next one is symmetry. If you're taking that symmetry, symmetry means based on the arrangement of body parts. Okay, if we cut the organism in one direction or in some other direction means it used to divide into two equal parts, that we called it as symmetry. Okay, based on the arrangement of body parts, the organisms are grouped into three main types. First one is asymmetry, second one is radial symmetry, third one is bilateral symmetry. Here the first one, asymmetry. Asymmetry is not given in your text. Asymmetry means absence of symmetry. Okay, this is not given in your text, but asymmetry is also present on the among the organism. And second one is radial symmetry, third one is bilateral symmetry. Example, amoeba is an example for asymmetrical organism. That means if we cut these organisms in the center, it won't divide into two equal halves. So this type, if you cut like this also, this means it won't divide into two equal halves. This type of organism we called it as asymmetrical organism. And then second one is radial symmetry. Example for radial symmetry is starfish. Starfish is having radial symmetry. So radial symmetry means if we cut in any axis, okay, it used to give equal parts. If I cut like this means it used to give 2.5 arms, or if I cut like this means it is also used to give 2.5 part, and if I cut like this means it is also give 2.5 parts. So this type of symmetry we used to call it as radial symmetry. And then third one is bilateral symmetry. If I cut this organism or into vertically into two means it used to give two equal parts. If I cut like this means it used to give two equal parts. This we called it as bilateral symmetry. Okay. And then third basis of classification is germ layers. So if you are taking the germ layers means during the zygote division, the one-celled zygote or divides into 2, 2 into 4 and 4 to 8 cells and 8 cells into 16, 16 into 32 cells. All these cells are arranged into layers of germ. That means we called it as germ layers. That these layers are arranged into 2 or 3. Okay, these layers, germ layers are arranged into 2 layers or 3 layers. If it is arranged in 2 layers mean that we called it as diploblastic. 3 layers means we called it as triploblastic. Diploblastic means 2 layer and triploblastic means 3 layer. Diploblastic organism, that means the organism they are having only 2 germ layers means they called it as diploblastic organism. Example for this diploblastic means the 2 layers are ectodermal layer and then endodermal layer. And then outer part of the organisms are formed from outer part of the organs. For that organisms are formed from ectoderm, and then inner part of the organs are formed from the endoderm. And if the germ layers are 3 in nature means that we called it as triploblastic organism. And what are the 3 layers means ectoderm, endoderm. Between these 2 derms, mesoderm also present. Some of the organs are formed from ectoderm and some of the organs are formed from endoderm, and rest of the organs are formed from the mesodermal layers. So based on the germ layers, all the organisms are grouped into 2 things. One is diploblastic organism. That means the organisms are having only 2 germ layers like ectoderm and endoderm. And other one is triploblastic organism. This type of organisms are having 3 layers: ectoderm, endoderm and also mesoderm. And the next one is coelom. So based on the coelom, all the organisms are grouped into 3 divisions. One is acoelomate and other one is pseudocoelomate and third one is eucoelomate. What is acoelomate? First we will see what is coelom. Coelom is nothing but fluid filled body cavity. Coelom is nothing but fluid filled body cavity. Where this fluid filled body cavity will be present means between the body wall and then the foot passage. Between the body wall, this is body wall and this is foot passage. Between these 2 things, fluid filled cavity is present. This fluid filled cavity we called it as what? Coelom. So based on the coelom, the organisms are divided into three categories: acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and then eucoelomate. Acoelomate means absence of coelom. Acoelomate means absence of coelom. So in this organism, the body fluid, the body cavity won't be present between the body wall and food passage. And the next one is pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate, pseudo means false. Pseudo means false and coelom means body cavity. Here false coelom is present in this organism. So certain organism, they don't have true coelom, instead of false coelom will be present. That type of organisms are comes under pseudocoelomate group. And third one is eucoelomate. In science, U means true. True coelom is present. Here between the body wall and food passage, true coelom will be present in this type of organism, and they are called as eucoelomate organism. And then fifth one is based on the notochord. Based on the notochord, the organisms are mainly divided into two. First one is invertebrata and second one is chordata. So based on notochord, all the organisms are grouped into two. First one is invertebrata and second one is chordata. Again, this chordata is subdivided into two division, that we called it as prochordate and vertebrata. Okay, based on notochord, all the organisms are grouped into two main categories. First one is invertebrate and second one is chordate. Again, this chordate subdivided into two subdivision, that we called it as prochordate and second one is vertebrate. Okay, so mainly this invertebrata and vertebrata. Invertebrates means you know that absence of backbone, and vertebrate means you know as that is presence of vertebral column. And prochordate means a chordate like structure will be present in this type of organism. Okay, that's all about the classification of organisms. In next class, we will see about the invertebrates. Okay, how many invertebrates? In invertebrates, there are 8 phylums are present, that we will see detailedly in next class. Thank you.